So you did it. You got your offer accepted, you're under contract, you're going through the mortgage approval process, and the appraisal came back and the house under appraised. No need to freak out. This does happen. And this week I'm going to explain to you what happens and what can one do when that house under appraises. So let's get started. Hey there, I'm Jackie Baker, your local realtor with Coldwell Banker Realty, and I serve the beautiful Bergen County area. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, thank you so much for joining me today. I post videos here every week and we talk about all things real estate and all things Bergen County. So if that's something you'd like to hear about, be sure to hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so you'll never miss a video. Also, if you like what you see today, can you do me a huge favor and hit that like button? Thanks. So what happens, houses do under appraise sometimes, and unfortunately in this market we are seeing it a little bit just because in the past couple of months the prices have been going up and the appraisals haven't caught up to the current market. So therefore we are seeing houses under appraise. There are things that we can do to handle that, to deal with it, so that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. Okay, so say Mr. Buyer comes in, he's going to pay, he's paying above ask, the house listed at $450, he's paying $500,000 for the house, won a bidding war, paid over ask. Now he goes through the mortgage process, the bank comes back and says the house appraised at $480. Okay, so what happens? So Mr. Buyer has some choices. He can either make up that difference because now the bank is saying it's only going to approve a loan for up to $480,000. So if he wants to move forward with the deal and pay the price that he agreed to, the $500,000, he has to come up with $20,000 more in cash to put down. Now sometimes buyers don't want to do that. They'll go back and they'll want to renegotiate the price with the seller. And they're going to say the house is worth $480,000 and that's all I'm paying for it. Well, sometimes the sellers aren't going to agree to that. So it would be wise for both parties to somehow meet in the middle if the seller refuses to reduce the price. You know, I've seen deals fall apart over this, over a house under appraising. And you know, if the buyer wants the house badly enough, it might be a wise idea just to go back and try to renegotiate that price. And you may have a willing seller that's saying, okay, you know what, you're right, the house is only worth $480, so we'll sell it to you for that price. Now you have another option where you can go back and challenge that appraisal. It's a little bit of a process and it's a long shot, I'm not gonna lie. Some banks don't even want to hear it. They're just gonna say, this is what it appraised at and that's it. But with the help of your realtor and your realtor pulling other substantial comps to send back to the appraiser to say, hey, the comps that they used really weren't true comparables to this home, but here are some other ones. If you have solid proof, solid evidence, you can definitely go back to the bank and challenge that appraisal. Now, you can either have them adjust it or you can even request to have another appraisal. Every bank has their own process on how they handle these situations where they're asked to challenge the home appraisals. So it all depends on the bank, but pretty much you need to go back with solid evidence, with solid comparables before they'd even consider reevaluating that appraisal. Now another thing a buyer can do is they can go look for a new lender and start the process over again and get an appraisal from a different lender with the hopes that the house would then appraise. It is a risk. You are going to be losing time as far as the timing of the closing of the house, but that is another option. If you so desperately want to buy that house, try to get another lender and get a different appraisal. Another option, the final option that really nobody wants to do, is if the seller and buyer cannot meet in the middle and renegotiate a new price, and the buyer feels that he's overpaying for the house, it might be wise just to walk away. So, and this really hurts the seller too, because Now they got to put their house back on the market. They've lost time being off market, working with this one buyer. Now they got to go put it back and hope that the next buyer that comes along is working with a bank that will appraise the house, or pray for a cash buyer to come along and it's not getting a mortgage and you don't even have to worry about the appraisal. So that's it. That's my little tidbit for today about when a house under appraises. If you have any questions about buying or selling a home here in Bergen County, you know how to reach me. Call, text, email. Contact information is down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm Jackie Baker with Coldwell Banker Realty, and I will see you next time.